Okay, so I just literally chopped the coconut little pieces like this. Okay. As I've been cutting obviously all the rest of them, so now I'm done this. I'm just going to wash it now. Okay, so I finished washing it and I've put a bit of water in here, and I'll just put the rest in here, and then I'll just go and put it to blend. Okay, so I've just got just a small, it's like warm water, but it's not really hot. So I've blended it, which is not, obviously if you've got a good blender, not like a crazy blender like mine, that it doesn't blend properly. So I have to literally do this about two times to get it all mushy. But I usually do this, and I'll be pouring it in here, draining all the water out of it. Okay, so once all the water is out of it, I'll be blending this again until it gets quite tiny, that I know that all the milk is out of it. Then I will be mixing it up with the same water until I get all the milk out of it. So after I finish, I'm just gonna blend this without with all of it without the camera. So once I've done, then I'll show you what I usually do to get the milk out. Okay, so I finished draining all the coconut out, and now it's just the milk left. So I'm not cooking it. You can see that I'm not cooking it. It's just in the pot. So I've rinsed the rest of it with just water, and you can see that it's just the coconut left now. There is not even, well, there's a bit of milk in there, but I have squeezed it to my strength and got all of it out. Oh, it looks like I have to do it again. Oh my god. Yep, I have to do it again. I have to keep doing that. I've drained it all, so I have to just keep doing this again. And I'm gonna leave it for about, sometimes it's you can leave it for a day. You can leave it for a day, and you come back and check it, and all the white bits, all the coconuts, I mean, if you use a small spoon and just sort of scrape the side, you will see that it will, under it will be just water, just clear water, and the top bit will be just milk. So you just take all the milk out. So I'll show you how I go on with that. So at the moment I'm just gonna leave this and close it up and leave it for like a good 2 hours should do, because obviously I'm doing the video, so I'm going to do it quite fast. So just a good 2 hours, and I'll come and check, and it should all the water should be sitting down and the milk should be up, and then we'll take all the milk out. Morning guys. So I went about and waited until the next day, because it's much better when it's the next day. And if you can see, I've left it overnight. So can you see that it's turned into just lump of milk, which you can see from here. I didn't put it in the fridge. I literally just left it like that and left it for overnight. So now I'm just going to drain this cream off the I mean, don't worry if you get a bit of water coming to it, because obviously once you are boiling it, the water will drain down, so the water will dry out. Okay, obviously I'm not gonna get a lot of coconut oil out of this, because if you want lots of coconut oil, you just gotta make a bit more coconuts in here. I only use one coconut for this because as I'm just trying it out, I've already done some, so I don't need to. And okay, so I'm just going to take my time and get the rest of them out. Okay, so now I have drained all of it and I'm just going to pour it in here. It is a bit sorry, that's my little cheeky one. So now it's in here, it's just gonna boil. You can see this already because obviously the frying pan was really hot, so I've already, you can see the oil is like all around the sides. So I'm just gonna boil it all the way until you see like sort of, it's like brown, but it will leave all the oil at the top. All right, let me turn this on. Okay, you can see that it's boiling, and that is no more, because can you see this side? That's all oil. So it's just gonna keep boiling until all the bit of the water that it got in, it all dries out. And once that dries out, that's, you'll be left with the oil. Right, just gonna, it's a time, it takes time, but you get there. I usually do this for when I'm treating my hair. If I'm gonna treat my hair, I'll make quite a few of these and use the oil bit by bit, because then I know that it's 100% natural oil, there's nothing in it. And I did it myself, so it makes me proud to actually use it on my hair. Okay, so now you can see that I've left it to boil, and it's like, it's drying, the water is drying out of it now. So I'm just gonna keep, at this stage, I'm gonna keep mixing so it doesn't burn or something. So on this stage, it's just gonna cook. You can see the oil a bit. Can you see that the oil is already coming out? If I go on this side, can you see that? That is all oil coming out. So I'm just gonna let it keep boiling until, sometimes you have to wait for the white cream that you still see turns into like brownish, and that will be all the oil drained out of it. I mean, already, surely, yes, look at that. That is oil that I'm picking up from the side. Can you see that? That is brilliant. So I'm just gonna keep leaving it to boil until it actually, the white bits turns brown. I am so happy with this. Look at that. That side is, you know, this liquid that you see like water, that is not water. That is oil that I'm picking up from there. And that was just from one coconut. Well, and some of it's my children eating, but that was from one coconut. So can you see that? So this is how I make my coconut oil, and I get coconut oil out of. Right, look at that. Can you see on that side? You see all this? That is oil that I'm grabbing from there. Honestly, this is not water, it's oil. So I've just left it keep boiling, and you can see that it's drying out. So all these white bits that you see, that is oil that is going to cook and dry out all the water out of it, and then it will turn brown. And once it turns brown, and then you'll be left with the oil comes. Beautiful. Right, I'm just going to turn my cooker down because I don't want it burning the whole thing, that I'll end up with a brown oil instead. So I'm just turning my cooker down. As you can see, that is already is drying out really fast. So just gonna keep mixing so it doesn't burn. You can see that already the oil is literally coming out. It smells beautiful. You can actually smell the coconut out of it, which is beautiful. Okay. is a hard work. I mean, it's time. You've got to take your time. If you do it the same day, then you don't get that much oil out of it, because then it's hard to drain the end. If you have to boil it, it takes a long time to boil it to get all the oil out of it. But if you leave it either in the fridge or leave it out until the next day, then you can actually get all the milk come right at the top, and you can drain it off it, and that will give you more of the white, sort of white milkish cream. And once you have that is the goodies, and that is what it turns into the coconut oil. You can see that it's changing color, isn't it? And once it's changing color, the milk bit is going to turn brown, and that is where the coconut oil, look at that. I'm just going to keep mixing. It's starting, you can see they starting to bubble up, because that's the oil. We don't want it burning, so let me see. Just got to keep eye on it. First, I want to make sure I get all the oil out of it, so I want the milk bit, which was the coconut, to all drain out of it. Right, I think I'm gonna stop now, because I don't want my coconut oil being brown. So once that is on this stage, do not take it out and then leave it to dry, because then that won't be a good idea. The first thing you do is you just get something like this, and you can see what I'm doing. I'm literally drained. Let me turn my cooker off. I've drained it all, and you can see that that was the milk out of it, and see that is all the oil is out of it. So after that is done, oh my beauty, oh my god, I am so proud of myself. After that is done, look at what I got out of this. I got this much. Hold on, I'm just gonna go in the right place and sort of film this so you can see how much oil I actually got out of this. And it smells beautiful. It smells perfect, 100% coconut oil, which you homemade, no artificial color, nothing. So let me just get it into a little jar so you can actually see it properly. Okay guys, I've just come to my table, and you can see it now really clear. I've just got one of my cutie little babies food jar clean. That's what I usually do, clean them up and then use that as, so I'm just now going to pour it in here and show you. It still has a bit of the coconut under it, so I'm just gonna leave that right on the bottom. Still have the bit of the coconut. So after I had this much from one coconut. I am so proud. Usually I use about 4 coconut, and sometimes I don't do it well. I do it same day or something, so I end up with like 4 coconut, end up with 1 jar like that. But yesterday I left it overnight, and the milk was quite nicely done, so I managed to get every bit out of it, and this is what I've got from it. So, you know, give me a comment how whatever, if you want to try it out and what you need me to tell you. Okay guys, thank you for joining me make my homemade coconut oil. Thank you. This is how much I got from 1 coconut. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave comments however you like. Thank you. See ya.